Great Expectations, if you're familiar, is the story of an orphan boy growing up in Kent in England, raised by his mean older sister and her kindly blacksmith husband Joe. Despite these humble origins, Pip dreams of success, of becoming, quote unquote, a gentleman. The second half of the 19th century was a period of major change in the dynamics of the British population. This was a time of transition from a relatively high-pressure demographic regime characterized by medium to high birth and death rates to a low-pressure regime of relatively low birth and death rates, a transformation known as the demographic transition. Now, I am not disputing that there were black people in the 19th century Britain. However, waged and enslaved servants formed the largest group of the black population. A black servant, often a young page or handmaid, was seen as a status symbol, adorning the houses of the well-to-do. Their experiences and legal statuses varied enormously. Some, like John Ripon, lived comfortably. Others were displayed as walking, talking objects d'art, wearing silver and brass collars, on which was engraved the name and address of whoever had bought their lives. However, they were distinct from the white populace of Britain at that time, specifically London. The city and its populace are central to the core of the story of Great Expectations. London is, on the one hand, meeting his great expectations, that is, of the titular character Pip. It is where he sets out to be a gentleman, and the other is the city of decline and fall, of bustling life, and of murder and death. In other words, the dismantling of illusions, including his great expectations. These were issues being felt very deeply by the white populace at that time, and Dickens wrote the characters as they are in order to drive the point home. Complex issues weave the threads that embody the novel of Great Expectations. One of those issues is race. The novel links the convict stain to race, evoking the dispossession and exploitation of racially othered peoples in both Australia and America. As Magwitch tells Pip his Australian story, the smoke of the Negro head tobacco in his black pipe threatens to perplex the thread of his tale. So why are many of the important characters in the BBC Great Expectations adaptation black? This goes completely against the ethos of the novel, what the writer was trying to convey, and also does not fit in with the times, even if there were members of African origin in the populace at that time period. The BBC and media in general need to stop this nonsense. It causes friction amongst races, makes racists out of those who would not normally be predisposed, and just makes things difficult. This trend needs to stop.